I see you have come online with an ETH-related show. Would you like to buy 110 plex for 40? Started.
Good afternoon, everybody on the East Coast, Central, and probably morning on the West Coast. And God knows what, temperature you're using in, time and the rest of the world. I don't even know what the hell's going on, but welcome to the show, everybody. And the opening question is,
I'm pretty sure that everybody's still using hours.
Yeah.
Eric, they have not switched to metric time yet.
No, we got temperature, we got everything. Sothrasil, the big question of the day is, what is the perfect ocean temperature in Celsius for us?
The perfect, I would say 18 degrees Celsius.
There you go. You have it in Celsius.
You're wrong.
We use metric time in Canada. That's right, God damn it. Blame Canada for metric time. By the way, these little cheese whips that I think my wife gets at Costco, they're super yummy.
Well, the point is, apparently, Sothrasil and me, when we talk about weather and water temperature, that would equate to winter bathing in America, I'm told.
I'm just confused
or in Michigan swimming.
How you think
Michiganders are used to the cold water too, okay?
Yeah, I'm just confused how you think, like the perfect ocean temperature in the Caribbean and the southern East Coast. It's like terrible. You see me eyes.
We already established that it's a fine balance between air temperature, humidity, and water temperature. Okay, and since it doesn't get that hot here with the air temperature, 18 degrees C is definitely perfect for northern Germany.
So you must agree with this. It's really perfect when you hit those summer days where air temperature and weather takes it down, so it's kind of cold and the water is a lot hotter than the air temperature. That's amazing.
So yeah, that's awesome.
To actually warm up. That's awesome.
I'm not sure whether I like that or not. Like
it
reminds me more of like a hot tub or that kind of thing. Like, I wouldn't want to be in an ocean that's like that. It's fucking weird.
It's even better when it's slightly raining.
I want, like, if I'm going to jump into the sea, like, I want to jump into the sea as a sort of a break from, getting sunburnt.
No, because it's so cool, because it's like, it's a bit like a discount version of the Blue Lagoon, where you can actually be in that massively nice hot tub thing naturally, and it's like 14, 16 degrees centigrade in the air, and raining and gray. It's awesome.
Yeah, if it's 50-something degrees outside, I ain't necessarily interested in getting in the water. I'm
Fahrenheit, you're speaking. Fahrenheit, right?
Yeah, I'm not interested to go outside when it's 50 degrees.
I'm shocked, really.
So, yeah, you guys missed it. There was all kinds of yelling and screaming, whose ocean is better? Why do you want to be in an ocean that's 89 degrees? All that good shit. It was beautiful. Loved it. By the way, we yell and scream at each other in pre-show, and it's all fun. So
I've got Chinese food coming. So
what did you order in Chinese food?
Just some sesame chicken combo with like an egg roll and fried rice, and then chicken lo mein that I'll just heat up for a meal later. Yeah. But they have like a minimum. You have to spend a certain amount of money for them to deliver it. So I just order basically 2 meals. One that heats up well later, and then a bottle of Dr. Pepper.
So is
What's
it
really
common
nice is
for
this
you?
place is really fast.
This is true. Is it common for you to like over order Chinese and eat it later intentionally?
Yeah. Well, I have to. This place has like you have to spend like $16 or $17 before they'll deliver items for you, just because it's just not worth it for them to drive around if you're not spending enough. And they're really good and they're really fast. Usually it only takes from ordering to me getting the food is 30 to 40 minutes. And they're about 10 to 15 minutes from my house. So they get everything done really quickly. So
yeah,
if you're doing it with the intention of getting 2 meals, is it really over ordering, Eric?
Well, it really depends. It's over ordering for the single meal. Like we will order, like there's a Chinese place we order from. If you order like General Tso chicken or something, anything you order, it's really 2 people, right?
Right.
And so we will order a meal for everybody, and then you just get a little bit of everything. But you
Oh
can,
yeah, that's the
and
best.
then of course we throw extra fried rice, extra lo mains,
The
extra
families down
wonton
have
soup,
Chinese food.
all that crap in there, so we can eat it the next,
Mhm.
like the whole next day. Like,
And you try to get everybody to get different meals, so that way you get to have your Mongolian beef or your pepper steak, and
yeah,
then your sesame chicken and sweet and sour, and maybe some cashew chicken or something like that,
they
right?
yeah they have 2 dishes at this place. One is
Only 2?
well, no, walnut honey shrimp, fantastic, and they also do a General Tso shrimp, fantastic.
Oh,
Yummy.
that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's very
unfortunately, I
good.
don't have anyone here to share food with, so I just have to order for myself.
Well, I got those children things that need to eat every once in a while.
You don't have to feed them; they're old enough to scrounge in the backyard, right?
Yeah, even my 11-year-old, she can scrounge for her own. My kids have a strong desire that we keep. We talked about White Castle last time. We keep frozen White Castle because that's the only way you can buy it. They love just to go heat 2 White Castle burgers and eat them. That's what they'll eat.
Are those real burgers?
Yeah.
Or they're their own category?
No, they're get them at Sam's Club, Walmart. 24-pack, 32-pack, or something. Oh yeah.
Someone said, I'm in one of my other Discord, says if player numbers drop enough on both sides, servers might actually be able to hold a full scale offensive. And someone says, yep, have a strategy all along.
Hello, Goonie DuPont.
Just lower the PCU so much that they can definitely jump in without having to worry about the servers dying.
CCP, we are actively helping you in your server's capabilities to handle the game.
That's right. That's right. I'm ruffling through the bag here. Sorry, Sam. Need another cheese whip. These things are really good. Nice and spicy. American Chinese food isn't Chinese food. No,
Well,
I'm
that's
not going to
correct.
change your
It's
mind,
not.
Datum. I'm not.
It's American Chinese food.
Yeah, we have more
Well,
Asian fusion where you can get Chinese food and sushi.
guess what? If you get German Chinese food, it's also not Chinese food.
It's got probably sauerkraut in it.
So,
No,
a lot like American pizza,
Oh.
and modern pizza is not actually
Although-
real pizza.
It's the bratwurst lo mein, Eric.
I love. Oh, dude, that would be good. Bratwurst fried rice. I'm telling you, bratwurst fried rice.
I saw a
Great.
I saw a kebab shop in my local kind of town kind of area that actually specifically advertises itself as a German kebab shop, and I was like really fucking confused.
Well,
German
it
kebab.
is kind of a German invention, as in someone came over from Turkey, and after living here for like 10 or 15 years, he invented the kebab. Right? Not the kebab itself, but the doner kebab, right?
The donut kebab. Did you say the donut kebab?
Doner kebab, yeah. Not donut, doner.
Oh, the donut. Donut
I
kebabs
think
would be good though, right? You
And
deep
so,
fry
Sop,
that
this
shit
is
right
some-
on the kebab, and you just pour sauces and sugar and different things on. That'd be good. Donut
Ooh.
kebabs.
This worries me.
Hey, I heard you like carbohydrates, so I put carbohydrates on your
Okay,
carbohydrates.
I'm just gonna say that Eric, that is an
Very-
amazingly American
That's
idea.
a state
Dude,
fair
tell me
idea.
that would not be the
Donut
fucking
kebabs,
hit at
you
the
can just
fairs in the Midwest.
fry them up.
I'm just saying that is an incredibly American idea.
So, South, you're actually fully qualified for this to answer this. Is it common
That just screams
to,
Pittsburgh.
Is it common to have sweet and sauerkraut?
Sweet and sauerkraut. No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Oh
How would you have
that's how my-
Wow.
sweet? Well,
Um,
no.
The thing is,
no,
the thing is that
Eric,
doesn't
Eric,
work.
it's a pun.
No.
No,
My
there's a sweet
grandma
kraut.
actually made sauerkraut, but she always made hers sweeter. Well, I don't know if she added sugar or what the fuck she did with it. But my dad always said he didn't like her sauerkraut because it always was sweet. So that's why I didn't know if that's something, if that's like German or just a Polish thing or just my grandma thing.
No, that's just weird.
That's just my grandma thing. Okay.
No, but
She
yeah,
got it
I've
from
had
somewhere.
that. I've had that done, and I don't like the sweet one either. But yeah,
Some people, she liked it, but
I don't know. With the
She probably got
discussion
it from a fever dream.
with the discussion of German Chinese food, I just had this image of cabbage
Oh,
in
Right,
you thought
yeah.
I was
sweet
making
and
a pun
sour
on that?
sauce.
well, think about it. Like the German egg
I was
roll.
just thinking
right?
of sauerkraut because of my grandma. So
The German egg roll doesn't have the same stuff in it. Just has sauerkraut in it.
No, it doesn't.
That's the German egg roll. Yeah, it is. We just invented it here on the show.
Eric, you
like,
do know that
like
for
the donut
someone-
kebab.
Eric,
we've got
Eric.
the German,
Eric, you do know that you should get a browser source up on your production thing, so you can actually show some pictures of all this food that we keep talking about.
Does the donut kebab exist? I mean, Arendas we're going to the Texas State Fair in a couple weeks, and we're gonna
Don't you lump me into this.
We're gonna have the donut kebab stand. We're gonna make
Don't
millions.
you drag me into this.
You guys realize, and some of you may or may not, there are shows on TV about things like
There
the
really
donut
are.
kebab that people are making to serve at fairs, like best fair food.
damn it, I don't remember what my plugin is.
I've never seen the donut kebab though. Pigs in a funnel cake. Hey, you know what, Datum? That's not a bad idea either.
Funnel cake's like classic county fair thing.
Oh yeah, fair food, man. Not just funnel cakes anymore, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to eat at a place tonight that they make, I think we talked about this before. They make what they call beignets, but they really just look like donut hush puppies. Okay? They're not really beignets. And
Eric, just stop.
so my
Just
son
stop.
has never had them. So when we're going on vacation, we're going to a place that makes real beignets. It's going to be great. I have to stop? Somebody pay to make me shut up? Somebody pay to mute me?
I don't know if they've paid to mute you, but somebody should.
This isn't the Shut Up Caleb show.
The Shut Up Caleb show,
It's-
where
it's
everybody
not been
pays to
launched
mute
yet.
Caleb. Walnut honey shrimp, dude, it's excellent. All right, who's next? I'm shutting up. Who's gonna talk? I'm eating more cheese.
I don't know. Do we have anything to talk about that doesn't get us all super mad?
Hey, did they take
Is
one
there-
DQ
what
yet? Just asking for
No.
a friend.
We're a little early on that still.
It,
though, right?
it's still got 7 minutes for that.
Okay.
You're not
Yeah, I
allowed.
get yelled at for not behaving.
You don't want to
So-
piss off Dirk.
I have a small
about
small thing, and it's a culinary thing, and maybe someone like Soth actually knows the answer to this. I was watching a very cute little TV show about walking Hadrian's Wall, and they were introducing me to the Cumberland sausage, and that looks eerily similar to the Danish medister. And I'm just wondering if anyone has actually had both that can tell me how different or similar they are.
Oh, I was going to say, I've had a Cumberland sausage for sure. They kick ass. I haven't had the other one you mentioned.
Cumberland.
I wouldn't be surprised to find out they have the same origin.
Yeah,
mean,
you're
it's
right.
really just-
Because it's kind of the same people, right? It's the Jutes that just moved across the fucking water. So and they also have the accent up there in the north in Cumberland is fairly reminiscent of Danish accents. So it would make complete sense if culturally it's exactly the same invention, just with a few variations on the spicing of the sausage. Because
I mean, it's
visually
really
they look
just-
the same.
Yeah, I mean, like the differentiation between like sausages for the most part is literally just like the seasoning and herbs and stuff that you're using on. Like, not it doesn't really sort of change that much regarding meats unless you're actually like putting venison in like sausages and stuff like that. Like that's only when you kind of like getting real experimental.
That's just because they mentioned that it was a very peppery sausage, and that's pretty much what the medister is. It's a very spicy, very fat sausage, right?
That's what she said last
like
night.
sausage.
See?
Oh yeah.
People in place make spicy meat. News at 11.
Details.
Somebody's discussing bratwurst.
They must.
Bluntwurst.
They must all be the
Eric,
same people because
Eric,
they
do you
have
wanna-
spicy meat.
No,
Do you want to talk
he's
about our investment opportunity that maybe we can open up to the greater populace to invest in the
Yeah,
new
we
up
need-
and coming LLC?
Yeah, we need $3.2 million for our new LLC. It's called the Push to Talk LLC.
Well, you don't need all of that up front. That
Well,
you just
you
need
know,
enough to cover the
we need
down
about $1
payment on a
million.
mortgage.
We need about $1 million.
Look,
Yeah.
no,
Nice.
we definitely need at least $2 million up front so that I can embezzle it and run away.
There you go.
Yes. I mean, no, of course not.
Look, I'm going to be honest here. I don't see any point in establishing this on a dishonest basis. That would be wrong.
Goons would not do that, actually. We would be true to our word here.
Exactly, which is why I'm saying it up front.
I'm in for, hey, Hazitude's in for 10K.
As I said,
You're
I
in
can
for
do
you're in
five.
for
I can
5.
invest. I can invest more and more as we go. I only have so much up front because I'm trying to buy a house, so an actual house to live in.
Uh-huh.
Right back.
That's most
Why
excellent.
would you want that?
See, if there was an actual real life Imperium hedge fund, Eric could just take a loan from that one and present the
No.
business plan. That would be great.
That's not how a hedge fund works.
I mean, I could probably invest 100K, after I sell my house, but
There you go.
not before.
Hey, did you get your Amazon delivery yet?
But Eric,
No.
it is. If you made an LLC and the hedge fund bought into the LLC, that's like giving you a fucking loan. Come on, let's not make this more complicated than it is.
Too many shell
Oh,
corporations.
sorry. Let me just shut up because I don't understand finance or economy.
Right. At what point is it we're allowed to talk, Eve?
I don't know, but weren't we
2.5
supposed to be
minutes.
taking a vote on whether or not Caleb should shut up?
No, it's not a vote. It's a payment. You have to bribe the show to shut me up. And if you bribe me to not shut up, you are competing with the ones that are bribing to shut me up.
No. Look at that ping. We have black mud flats, salt marshes, ocean temps, air conditioning debates, voting on muting Caleb.
No. It's not democracy. They're misrepresenting Mirana's idea. Mirana's idea was to monetize this.
I don't care what Marana's idea was. That's what was announced.
Yeah, we're really voting.
That does need to be one of the rewards.
Oh,
and
Donald
challenges.
Sprunk votes not to mute you, Caleb. Look at that. You got one
See,
friend.
I'm telling you, there's a bidding war potential there, right? We would make money hand over fist if we created this feature.
Proferix, nay. Look at that. 2 no votes. We wouldn't do that, guys.
But Eric, I'm
But
serious.
apparently,
I
Marana
think
had
it would
a
be.
thing for a whole show on voting whether to mute Caleb or not. Whoa, Sherrar's up there, $50 already. Look at
Make it rain, boys. Make it
Can you
rain.
PayPal that to me? I'd love $50 to, and I'll give Caleb some money and we'll split it, and he still won't have to shut up, which will be the best.
You're
part.
already
To be-
my top.
I mean, Sphere's already
OnlyFans
turned
thing.
this. Sphere's already
to be
turned
fair-
this. He votes to mute Dawn if her internet turns to shit again.
that.
Who's
Just
that?
when
I'm
she's in
on
the
my
car,
phone,
guys.
Okay, sometimes that happens.
Don't be
Mancheetah
on your
is
phone
both
in
a
the car?
yay and a nay. Not sure what that means.
Maybe.
Why is Mancheetah actually hedging? You can't hedge on votes here.
Well,
Did
he
you say
is.
hedge or edge?
Hedge.
Okay,
He's a hedge lord. What do you want?
there you go.
I think they are also voting on Dawn now.
They're voting for both of them.
I don't know. Dawn wasn't part of the deal.
Daddy Deep
I mean-
said, "Isk, vote with Isk, send it to the Imperium News character it gave." That's not a real thing, guys.
We already tricked Dawn into lowering her microphone volume so that you can't actually hear her.
We
So,
did get 100 cheers
that's not-
from Hazitude.
I see what Soft's doing here.
Sherrard says
Soft-
500 just to end the stream immediately.
That's too cheap. I see what Soft is doing. He's bringing on micro monetization, and you get ticks on volume. So you pay $1 or $2 for each tick down or each tick up.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Dude, I love these cheese wisp things. They're great.
It's now 21 minutes past. We are now allowed to talk about the stuff that
Game stuff.
Um,
That was a
I did
long
want to say that
21 minutes.
the one positive to Caleb actually, not being muted is that he is very good at random segueing into something sexual.
Hey, Dawn's pretty good at that too. Not gonna lie.
What?
There's a game.
Even though that usually goes into zoophilia area.
Hey, listen. Don't be weird.
That's not weird. You just covered that in your last show. You were covering anaconda
Zoophilia
sex.
is the
Dear fucking
zoophilia is where
Lord.
human wants to have sex with animals. Okay.
Hey,
That's
what does it
a-
say
that's
at
a
the
very
bottom
that's
of
a
the
very
screen on the
narrow
show?
that's a very narrow definition. What if I'm very much into voyeurism and I watch a lot of animal channels?
Let's just not.
It's called nature documentaries.
But again, if my kink is voyeurism, right?
Right at the bottom of the screen
I think I
says
covered
this is
it.
a family show. Family show.
How do you make family?
Yeah.
Although
Oh,
funny
jeez.
funny story about animals and sex and my mother at dinner last night. It should get everybody interested. So my mother goes, there's an awful lot of chipmunks. You guys all know what chipmunks are, right? If you all have those. In our yard. And my mom's backyard is about, 50% Pachysandra. She goes, they go into the Pachysandra and I think they're all having sex in there. Sitting there going, Mom, not really a conversation. Okay. A lot of chipmunks. Great. I like squirrels. They're cuter. No, the greatest thing about squirrels is you go on YouTube and you look up the Squirrelapult videos.
Chipmunks are squirrels.
Are they?
Yeah, they're kind of ground squirrel.
Ground squirrel. I like the ones that fly through the air on the chipmunk or Squirrelapult.
Well, at least they're in the rodent family. as
Yep,
opposed
the
to
animal
hedgehogs.
Phycalis. Veridars. Pachysandra.
All right, so it's Eve time. Eve time. Is there any topics that people want to hit before I start going into weird stuff?
I'm trying to find a certain post that I remember who posted it. Okay. Sorry, I'm thinking to myself while here as well.
Because this week, Pappy did try one thing, which apparently when we watched it all, everyone who was here Thursday got to watch it live Thursday, was them trying to use boosters. And I had a similar idea, but in a much more useful way. And it was pretty funny to watch them try to boosh off fighters. And where I'm like, honey, booshing fighters doesn't help you. If you take too many, they'll just murder you. Because they don't lose range or control.
I hear they have a big town hall tomorrow where they will announce great things, I am sure.
Oh, they have a town hall today?
Tomorrow.
Oh, well, that's good because that means we'll have a listening party in Elysium. So what we do is in Elysium, we all listen at our own pace, but we all start commenting to each other in Elysium, and we're all like, "This is ridiculous! What the fuck did they just say?" And it's pretty fun.
We're not allowed to announce or promote that town hall. That's brigading.
Shh. Yeah, it might be brigading, but if I'm already banned from said Discord, what the fuck
It's
do
not
I care?
brigading if you're listening to it after the fact.
Listen, we don't talk about that Discord, okay?
I was talking about the event, because if we talk about the event and people actually congregate to the event, then we've just committed brigading.
Not if
God
it's
damn it,
recorded.
Caleb. Right, anyway, sorry. Right, what were we saying? I'm trying to think now. Oh yes, topic of the town hall.
What is the topic going to be? That they're going to finally go home because they can't do anything?
No, they're
It
going to
was-
debate
they
the
said
value
topic.
of gravy on French fries or no.
It was,
I think they're gonna announce that they will take a break in this relationship.
I mean, the topic was like stated. I think, from what I remember, it was war and living in the post. Was it living in post?
Post-war scarcity or post-scarcity? Yeah.
Post,
trying to find
post scarcity Eve, which is weird.
As though
like,
that's ending soon, right?
Yeah, like it's like, Goblins, Evie, you just like broke an NDA by saying that the scarcity's ending, and you're just gonna basically brief people about it. Like, I wonder.
Now, I'll be honest. I know he said post-scarcity Eve for multiple town halls now, so I think he's just speaking about it in the sense of, yeah, we need plans for whatever the fuck, whenever the fuck.
Fair enough.
Okay, here we go. Last town hall we talked about CSM. This one we talked about the war and post-scarcity Eve. Yeah, okay. So
how can you talk about post-scarcity when you don't even know what it's going to be or when?
I mean, that's a good question.
I mean, if you're a member of the CSM, you might know something that other people don't.
Guys, it's pretty easy. Come on, goons are contained. It is safe to mine and red in Delve and Quarius, right? So you can undock all your supers and start using them. There's nothing that can happen to you.
Well, of course, because now that we've been neutralized or something, or contained, we're not going to be the ones like, mining in Delve. So now that they can mine in Delve and build up stuff, so they can finally have a stockpile large enough. I think 3x is the going rate, like 3 times the amount, to try and take us on and actually get rid of us in the 1DQ pocket.
So wait, what are we discussing? Dawn was talking, so I went AFK. No, actually, I had to do some stuff.
So mean, all of you.
I know.
Goons are contained in our little boxes, kind of like, Caleb and I are on. You can't get out of our box.
Yes. Eric, please put that one up that I've just linked, because we're totally contained.
What did you link? There's no link. There's just a picture.
It's in staff only.
Hey, now, no blue intel.
What is that, though?
That's the overview showing 6 rock pools mining.
I'm not.
We're totally contained.
Even I have a raw call in 3 Tech D. Okay, like
just because it was undocked.
Just because
all that shows
is it has salvages on it and like capital tractor beams. It doesn't matter.
Bart, all that shows is 6 Rorquals undocked in a fleet that could be tethered on a Keepstar.
I know. It's just a great fucking troll.
I question your use of great there.
Yeah,
but
maybe a little.
Okay.
Well, it triggered the fuck out of test guys on Reddit last night. So
well, yeah, but they're stupid.
True.
Yeah, that sort of thing can trigger single-digit IQ in people. So.
Eric's dying, which is great.
Sorry, triggered test people. I mean,
ooh,
you got to
wow. Opus.
That's like
Opus.
Easy.
I am offended.
That's not even hard to do. Like,
Gerard, that's a fucking burn right there.
Fucking Opus in
discount
chat.
Jintan. That's your new name, Bob.
Wow.
God damn it.
Nice.
That's
God damn it.
What's next? The shiny gold suit?
If you if you actually do unlock in a healer or rattlesnake or super, and you do lose it for whatever reason, at least you now have the chance to recoup your loss for the low price of $4.99.
No, we're not going to go into that.
Fucking
to go there, didn't you?
This has got Brisk going now.
Yeah, I think you should double down on this one, Bot Ghost, and actually run for CSM 17 as discount Jintan.
We're working on my
make a character and run as it.
No. It's got to be your most well-known character, so you'd have to do it on board.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure if he makes a character called Discount Jintan, it's going to be his most well-known character pretty fast.
Wow, that's harsh.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, I'm not even allowed to run. Okay,
Also,
so
would that wouldn't
can't
come
run.
under
Why not?
impersonation, would it?
Why aren't you allowed to run?
because Falcon hated me.
So
what?
Falcon's not here.
It's
As
In
far as I'm
John,
he is, but
CSM
last I
CCP
was
anymore.
aware, he put me on the fucking blacklist to stop me running.
We had Rix running this year. I'm just
What?
going to point that
True.
out.
There is no blacklist.
Oh,
Well,
Arendis,
there is a blacklist. There's one name on it.
Arendis, I have a question for you. A theoretical question. What if Jintan sold his Jintan character to Bard Ghost?
Ooh.
That Bard would still have to run his
No,
But
Bard
the question
because
is
that's
he
what
selling
he's
it to
known as.
Bard at full price or a discount? That's really where.
But now his most known character is the one that he's bought from Jintan, and since he can impersonate Jintan fairly
No,
well, now
because
it's legal.
that's not. No, because that's not the character he's best known for.
We're gonna have to take this
Whatever
up with
character you're
CCP
gonna
whether he
Also-
can legally impersonate and take on a new persona.
You can't, Caleb, because when you transfer a character, it specifically says you are not allowed to in any way pretend to be the previous owner of the character. For me to run as Jintan would effectively be pretending to be him.
For the people asking what happened to Jintan, he
Real life.
was on Anger Games as a commentator, so Jintan is still around. He just took a break from the game for a while.
Real life.
To
Yeah.
anybody asking, what happened to Jintan, Jintan was on the CSM, and that's generally enough to make most people want to take a break.
Yeah. If you aren't already considering quitting, CSM makes you.
Unless you
What's-
have a stupid tank the size of Steve Renukin and Nom Nom, you are very likely to want to go on a break after you've been on the CSM.
So what should
Or
my
just cut
platform
your
be
own
if I
throat.
run next year?
Sorry, what was that, Dawn?
recommendations? What should my platform be if I run next year?
Genuria, but even worse.
No. The Crab Queen needs to run on a crabbing platform. Make crabbing great again.
Yeah,
I think you should really go on the low
Make
country
PvE
boil.
entertaining.
I think Dawn
I think
needs
you're-
to be our high sec candidate.
Don, I think your
Ooh.
platform. I think
can
your
do that.
platform should be. I'm not dumb enough to think the CSM gets to go in with a platform.
I could honestly run as the high secker because I do have a character that's always in high sec and does things in high sec.
Yeah, and you're also a giant crab.
That doesn't mean you're high sec though.
It does to me. Tell me one other thing people do in high sec.
Gang people.
Missions.
Ganking.
No. The ganking isn't done by the high seckers.
They live in high
Racketeering?
sec all the
Yes, it
time.
is.
Scamming.
Okay, that might count.
We also
Even
used
then,
to,
though,
we
there's
also
not
used to
really
have a
any
lot of
risks.
industry and market stuff happening in
Oh.
ISAC.
Like
That's
Still
straight up,
crabbing.
straight up. You've got groups like Safety and Malicious Mineral Hounds that live in high sec and gank in high sec.
Yeah. Oh, so Timerian has a great platform, which is introduce animal facts to the scope billboards. So as you're in station, you can just have random animal facts come up.
Hmm.
That'd be fun for me.
You see, I don't even want to know what my platform should be because, well, yeah,
It should be
just know.
shoes.
Wait, hold on. That actually works.
No. It should
You're
be
not
jackets.
Zenuria.
It should be jackets, and you should take a page from Dunk Dinkle
No,
and
no.
Bintan, right? So
I
we
was gonna
need
say, it
we need
needs to be
more
something
jackets
memey.
in the game, not shoes. Shoes is
It ne-
Zenuria's thing.
It needs to be something memey because if I'm discount Jintan, I can't do cat ears. I need to do something else along
Jacket
those
tails.
lines.
Bunny
Jacket.
ears.
We need the Blinktan jacket in EVE Online.
Oh yeah.
Dear
Sherrar,
Lord.
Sherrar, if I ever run for the
weed
CSM, that's
jacket.
what I'm running on, right there. Ship
Capes.
spinning generates the power needed to keep lights on in the stations. And if you
Fuck
don't
us.
have enough ship centers in your station, it goes offline.
Butters,
I'm-
we need capes.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god, that's actually fucking
Capes.
But you know what,
Capes.
right? I'm gonna say something, and I know this is gonna tie into some. Fuck off, Opus. Sorry, I've just seen his comment.
Opus, why don't you come in here?
Yeah, you can join us. No, I was about to say something that could be very badly received by chat. If CCP is desperately looking to monetize their game like they've done this week, they could always add Jintan's bling jacket for
There you go. Yeah.
expensive.
Shiny gold jacket.
Just stop.
How are you going to price that jacket, though?
I mean, you let Hilmar price it at his normal prices, right?
$79.99.
No. Dawn, take 10 off.
option, God.
Oh,
Take 10 off.
$69.20.
Yeah.
Just stop.
No. It should be okay. The Blingtan thing with the golden stuff should go in the gold pack, which is the one for $199 with tons and tons of flex, right?
No, please no.
So the only way you can get it is if you're a massive whale.
You don't get to say please no. You are just as responsible for bullshit of that sort in this conversation as Caleb is.
Yeah, but I was messing. He's
Yeah.
being serious.
Too bad.
This is the problem.
This is the shit you have wrought. Reap it.
Fine.
And still, it's still only a vanity item, just like the golden pod. So a golden jacket, if you are a proper credit card whale, would make perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
Gold ammo. I mean, Space Barbarian said right there.
But it's not gold ammo. It doesn't do anything. You have a
want gold
fucking
ammo.
bling jacket, so
I think
fucking
we should
what?
do it. I wish you run on that platform.
Sorry, hold on. Are you Eric today and not someone else?
Excuse me?
Well, if he's the someone else, we're going to have to mute him.
He's Ericol.
For 100 days and 2 hours.
No, it's not days. It's years.
Days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you didn't pay attention, Soth. It's years.
I truly didn't pay attention.
Sorry, I thought we were in Fahrenheit versus Celsius years. I wasn't sure. Sorry.
Year and height.
Days.
Dog years.
Get it right, Eric. It's year and height.
Year in height. Oh, I like that.
Why am I? Okay, so they've got their town halls tomorrow. Nothing's happening today. Last night we had like a 4-hour meta show, which was hilarious.
Yeah, we should talk about
Nothing
that
else-
because I didn't know that.
I just like the fact that like nobody's even bothering speculating on what my CSM platform would be because everybody knows it'd just be shut up.
Aren't those
Yeah.
seriously those town halls? Haven't we renamed them the Pinky and Brain meets?
No,
We
but I
haven't
like it.
renamed them anything. Why would we bother?
But do they have bologna in their slacks?
I think we all know what my
That's
my CSM
not
campaign
Pinky in the Brain.
priority would be.
Pickles and the Brain?
Can you get muted for that now, Caleb? Calling him that?
Nope.
Well, not on this show at least.
Yeah, not on this show, not on this Discord.
You know, I want to know where Dirk is because he wrote that stupid article about using rice with
Probably
chili.
working.
I mean, Jesus.
Also,
I mean,
and
it
who
really
allowed the
depends.
posts of like, you know, Dawn, really? The wrinkly cat without fucking fur? Seriously?
Isn't it
Jesus
cute?
Christ.
It's so
That's-
cute.
Eric, it really depends on the
It's a
chili.
cute.
I think
scrotum.
It's
Dawn wants to
Rotom
dress
Cat.
up in the chat.
Rotom Cat is awesome.
Guys, Dawn, I think you didn't quite get the request that was sent to you
Where?
with that picture when you sent that picture.
No, I
Um,
found it. It's so cute.
Oh,
It's
God.
so ugly, but it's so cute at the same time. And then when I
Just-
told Caleb, you know, we want to see a cute scrotum, I sent it to him.
Fucking hell.
It is you know what? It is the scrotum cat.
Yeah,
So cute, though.
it is. Fucking hell. To Dirkistan in chat, no Meta Show hasn't moved time slot. There was just Rampage Inc. last night. that
Yeah, Mittens was
basically had mittens on, yeah.
Mittens was a special guest on Merc's stream last night, and they were having a good time and just talking about history. And it's one of those nights where like this is why you enjoy some of our big capital ops, because this is kind of what happens is Mittens or people in general will just start telling stories. So Mittens was just going, and It was, and Merc has some seriously music banging in the background, so it was a very chill vibe night. Everyone in Theta just sat quiet for like 3 hours. We were just listening to them talk.
Hey, Opus.
Opus is sort of my.
I
There you go.
unmuted him.
Yeah.
Is Dawn getting quieter now?
No, I just
Yes.
Yeah,
might not have been looking at the
Eric's
mic.
been slowly reducing her volume
Fuck
on
you!
his Discord.
Who's been paying for that?
I do not do that. Especially to Dawn.
I just want to know who's been paying for that. If someone is paying to slowly mute Dawn, I want to know who's actually doing that.
Caleb, I think that's called a public service.
Yeah, but I still want to know who, or is that supposed to be anonymous?
We all pay for it.
So Opus
you know when we said
a
100-year mute, like we didn't mean like slowly mute her over 100 years, like.
What? That's some high level Anaconda micropayment stuff.
Anaconda micropayments.
Or in this case, Donaconda.
Donaconda.
How's it going today, y'all?
I hope Opus is bringing
Opus.
actual topics.
Actual topics? I can talk topics. What kind of topics do you want to talk about?
I mean, as long as you don't make me offer another 110 Plex pack for the low amount of $4.99 to you, then it's good.
Well, you can always jump on the weekly satire train for Eve Onion for just a low price of 50 Plex per month. All the freshest memes and news directly to your inbox and Eve.
You mean Eve Mail?
Bargain right there.
Who uses Eve Mail?
Talking Stations does.
Oh God.
I mean, really, can you really put a price on happiness? Opus has.
Yes.
No, I'm
Yes,
joking.
we
I don't
have.
have anything like that. I don't charge for Eve Onion whatsoever. I have no ads up. I none of that. I took down ads after the first year. It wasn't worth it. It just causes problems, and so Eve Onion is free for the public.
Sorry, I had to do that. Opus.
So what you're saying
No, it's
is-
cool.
You would say that even if you were raking in the dollars left, right, and center.
So what you're saying is Amazon has the free banana card and Eve has the free onion card.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
I have to ask, could you actually run selective ads? As in, only run ads for certain people?
Well, I guess I could. There are Google Analytics and Google Ads that I could target certain demographics, maybe, but I couldn't just I don't think I have the option per IP address to target oh look, Villy came to the site here. Let's just show him Goonswarm ads or something.
That would be super funny.
I thought you were gonna say show ads for the Squatty Potty, but okay.
I mean, have you seen the ads we ran during Anger Games?
I saw some of them. Yes.
Wouldn't seeing those ads have required watching the Anger Games?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I catch the
nobody
Anger
saw 'em.
Games.
Yeah.
I mean, people watch the Anger Games. I caught a few, a little bit of it.
I heard there was a lot of problems at the beginning, so therefore I stopped. I didn't watch.
Oh yeah, wait. I mean, certain things happened, and we had to find a producer in like 5 minutes. And as you all know, it's super easy to find producers. So
Super easy. Super easy.
Oh, so easy. Yeah. My Eve Onion podcast has been trying to get up running for a while now. Has been trying to find a producer for a year.
Yeah, they're completely worthless.
yeah, and we had to find one in 5 minutes. So
Yeah, and it wasn't a problem,
they-
right? Because they're a dime a dozen.
Thinking about that, who's producing this show the next 3 weekends?
McLeod?
Well, that would be either most likely me or McLeod actually doing the stream. I hope it's going to be McLeod because otherwise the production value might.
Where are you
might be
going,
fucking
Eric?
rough.
I will be doing guest appearances, probably oceanfront. Toes in the sand, beer in the hand, that type of stuff.
Toes.
Guest appearances at your local beach, right?
Oh, does that mean we can have guests on in the next 3 weeks?
You can't, but yes, we can.
Yeah.
What do you mean I can't?
I was told that we can't get Vili on, so.
Oh, who told you that?
Hey, Don, if you put in staff in advance who you want to actually invite,
Yes.
we should maybe consider them, but no randos because not allowed.
I want Frost to come on.
That might actually be a good idea.
I will
Wow.
try and join you during feed, and I'll try to angle appropriately for the best view at the
I just
pool or
wanna say-
beach that I can provide.
Brisk has just said if we get Vili on, he will yell. Okay, can we get CCP Rotati on?
No, if we get
no.
CCP Rotati on, all of us will yell.
Yes.
I'm cool with that. Can I come on with you get CCP retarded? I have some questions for him.
Why
Brisk just said that's fine.
So,
What is,
why
what
would
is,
we yell
what
at-
is,
why would
what
we
is
yell at
Bristol-
Rotati?
but why do
why
we
is
care if
Brisk
Brisk
yelling
is
at us
going
a
to yell?
threat?
What?
Yeah. How is that a threat? Threat better.
Yeah.
I kind of want to hear
Okay.
Brisk yell.
I don't understand why we'd yell at Rotati.
No.
No, not
No
at
reason
all.
at all, right?
No reason at all.
See, Brisk
Okay.
yells. I go down and visit him. We go to Hard Times Cafe, and then I just, bolt and leave him with the check.
Well, if we get the fucking bot thing up and running with the shut up whoever you want to pay to shut up, then I suggest we should get Moomin and Vili on.
Oh yeah,
That would not be entertaining.
would be for me.
So we already got a plan.
Yeah, but
Like,
you wouldn't
next,
be here.
Next week we just get Vili on, which means we automatically get Brisk on to yell at him.
Ooh.
That's a win-win.
There you
That's
go.
like
there
a-
you go.
That's a meta play right there.
Just
After
remember,
that, we
Brisk,
get Moomin on again.
No. Moomin
Moomin
has
is
to be
always
on
good.
with Vili. Come on, didn't you see
Moomin,
the
Brisk, and Philly. Everybody to your corner. Fight.
I need to be in the Potchman corner to ask Billy some questions too, by the way.
Wait, sorry. Did you say in the Pochvan corner to ask Vili questions?
Yeah, I need to talk to Billy.
Why?
if we're doing anything with Poshvin, I insist we have to get Sinuria on.
Oh no!
Please no. I mean,
yes.
like, he can be fine, but just, it's usually very polarizing. It does not.
That's
turn
a
out
feature.
well.
Again, if we have the option to monetize on shutting people up on the actual show, if Sinuria gets on, again, Rainmaker. I'm trying to make money
Sorry,
here, people.
Did you just say you want Rain on as well?
Where, if I'm not making any profit on this myself, I'm not interested in making money.
Wait, Brisk, Sinuria has a talk show?
Yes, Juria has a new show.
Okay, there was a joke made last night that Sinuria is going to get his own show
Awesome.
at some point if he seriously jumps at this. Yes, okay, Brisk, it wasn't a joke. It started out as a joke. No one expected Sinuria to say yes. He said yes, and it's, oh, fuck. He's going to actually have one.
Well, maybe you're talking about the CSM, right? Like meme candidate turns into actually serious CSM, person.
Yeah. I mean, he could do a good job of it. I'm not going to lie. What is it? It's supposed to be... Are we allowed to say what show style it is, Brisk?
Is it titled "This Show Will Give You Cancer"?
Probably.
And shoes.
The only
As
thing
bells.
you guys should all say to Brisk is, 4 ways hot and wet. That's all you say to him.
Okay. Brisk said sure. It's supposed to be an NPR style show.
Oh God.
That actually would work. He has the voice
Yep.
for it.
And he actually has the style of conversation that would work for an actual show. He could be a really, really great anchor if you ask me. I think people would be very surprised at the quality.
Can I just take over the? No. I think instead of going on INN, it needs to come over to Eve Onion Network.
Well, I would insist that Sinuria at least once invites you on the show, and you can talk about weird comedy meta.
You can plug each other, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's so much wrong.
No,
with
actually,
We call that docking.
people.
You know, in some way though, right? I know
Impressive.
Risk is joking with the whole "It'll be bigger than Meta" show, but Things in Zuria does seems to just kind of attract attention.
People, it genuinely could do, which is scary.
Could you imagine, you know, Mitani having to actually go on Zenuria's show in order to get more, you know, get more people, more people?
Be a guest on Zenuria's show. Fucking hell.
Okay, seriously, guys. If
Be a guest on my
Zenuria
show.
does
What
a
is
show and he
Zenuria
actually
good?
produces it in a fairly serious way, tell me you're not going to watch it.
I would
Not
watch
gonna watch
if
it.
he.
I
I
will
would
not
if
watch
he
it.
wasn't.
I mean, I watch a lot of Eve Media that probably shouldn't be watched. So, I mean, I'll watch anything.
Like
Eve
it's got
attached to it.
me
Why
saying that has
wouldn't
nothing
you?
to do with Zenuria. It just, you know, I've got
Hey,
limited time, and I
genuinely-
already waste enough of it here.
I can't believe you waste time here, Miranda. I
Me
appreciate
either.
all the
really.
time that you waste here because I do love having you on because you're a great guy. But yeah. So,
Okay, I'm just going to double down. That's the last thing I'm going to say about the Zenuria show. If there was an actual episode of the Zenuria show where he invites Olmeca on, that would be money in the fucking bank.
I hear he's going to
Oh,
invite.
dear
I
Lord.
hear he's going to invite
Choice.
Billy on.
That'll last 5 minutes.
Will Billy come on that show?
But I was told that we are not allowed to get Billy on any INN shows. Right?
Mm-hmm.
No. Only I'm not allowed to have Billy on any show.
No. You are not allowed to get anyone on any shows.
That's not
That's right. You're
true.
not. You're especially not allowed to get people on Theta Thursdays.
I know. I have to. Actually, we've been having a really great series of Corp highlights, and it's been a lot of fun. Been talking about.
You're not allowed that, Dawn.
I don't care what you think. That's why
It's not my opinion. That's someone else's opinion.
I should probably stop eating these cheese whiz, but they are just so fucking good.
Probably.
By the way, here it is. I'll hold it up for everybody. Oh, let's see. Can I get the focus? Maybe not. Nope, not gonna work. Sorry. Asiago and pepper jack cheese whips, guys.
I'm on board to try that.
They are
If
good.
only you had a browser source.
I don't care.
So you
You know,
could share
Don, I
that.
do hear that CCP does have a Plex pack for $5.99, period 99 for the fun pack. You could probably buy that and have fun.
They got packs for everything now.
They do. They have packs for everything.
If there's no Rorqual mining safety pack, then
God
I
damn
don't
it.
understand.
No. The only pack they're missing is the player retention pack.
Oh, some shade.
Mm.
Have you been muted on TIS Discord?
No,
$5
because I
now.
fucking quit a year
Hey,
ago.
hey. Pay CCP $5 now, and you can get your posting rights back.
Wow.
You know, Bart, if you want to write that article for Eve Onion, I'd totally love to have that.
And
You see,
if we're
thing
going to
is-
start having stuff like that, I think Dawn needs to have her bonus room pack.
Oh, dear God.
Room.
Opus. The issue is, I can rattle off shit like that at random, but I
Uh-huh.
can't write an article on it.
Well, this
I-
is where
I
you have
wouldn't
to
know where to
learn.
go.
Well, I have
Yeah.
a whole team that can help you learn to write satire. Maybe
Yeah.
not good satire, but it's
Whole
satire.
team.
No, just write.
He doesn't
write
have a producer, but he's
seriously,
got a whole
like,
team that can help you with that.
Well,
No,
producing is
just
different
write-
than. I mean,
you're
I
By the
have
way-
completely committed.
First time attempt at writing satire, don't attempt to write satire. Just get really, really enthusiastic about what you're trying to write. I promise you will cross right over into parody and satire.
yes, you will.
So what? Basically, do basically a CCP have released so many packs that lately there's rumors of a player retention pack or some shit like that.
Basically, you just report it like you're at Iceland, right? You know, today CCP, you know, Hilmar announces from on behalf of his marketing team the CCP retention pack. Yours is for the low price of like, you know, I don't know, $9.99.
240 million.
However,
Drop-
it's required. It's required to be an Icelandic kroner and exact change only. Thank you.
Oh dear God! I'm just here.
All
Like,
transactions in cash.
See, the
I
thing
was
is with
going to say you put in how much they missed their bonus by, right? That's the cost of it.
oh. See,
Oh.
okay, there's a play here, right? Like there, you can go full on and take the whole leg, you know, sweep the leg, or you can just kind of like, you know, kind of bruise the thigh, right? You don't want to like knock the leg out from under them.
And that's the issue, right? When I start doing satire like that, I just make reference after reference that just is kicking them while they're down, frankly.
And there's time for that, right? Like I feel in this current climate, I think there is a place for satire to kind of, one, diffuse the situation, but also kind of point home how crazy this time is, right? With the whole marketing team and all those things. Whether you agree with it or not, it's going out of control or whatever. I know people have opposing opinions about that, but this is actually the point of satire in the real world, right? It's for times like these.
Are you saying that in these
Did we lose Sothar still?
Nope.
He's here.
Oh, I thought you started a sentence and ended it. And didn't
No,
end
he
it.
finished talking.
He did start a sentence and end it.
It did
Yeah.
not. I must have lost it somewhere.
in some way or another.
So, as someone who's dealt with the whole interview, the fake CCTV
Hold on.
people,
I think we've lost sound on stream. Or did we just not hear something else?
We just went really quiet.
No,
Like
I just
Soth
heard myself,
started talking,
so
and
everything
then
is
he
good.
stopped, and we all waited while I talked. So.
I
Okay.
think this whole censoring thing is going more than just for Don now.
What?
Somebody is hacking
I'm
our
not
stream.
censored. I'm oppressed, but not censored.
Oh, now we see the violence inherent in the system.
Oh, I was waiting for it.
No, as someone who's actually done several of the fake CCP interviews, they're generally fine. There's only been one or two that I've actually put a for CCP for I put out, and they're okay with it for the most part. I think it depends on during this climate with player retention packs. I don't know if I do a fake CCP interview.
It might be a bit too much, right?
Right, yeah. As much as I love sticking to CCP, right? We love the game. We definitely do. We've been playing it for so long. We sometimes have problems. I do. To my opinion, this is not the entire company. I think there's some issues in the marketing department and leadership that needs to be worked out. But as far as the devs and all those people, I think it's all they're good.
I mean, we've all heard Rise's interview, his stream with Pando the other day, right? Rise was talking pretty damn good sense. Like, I can't fault him. I might not agree with some of the ideas he put forwards, but they at least make sense when you run through them.
I mean, you say that, but stuff like requiring Black Ops to jump with the bridge, I think that's an interesting idea.
It's not a requirement. It's an extra feature.
It's not required.
They were discussing it being a required thing.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
But they decided against it. And this is what I mean. Rise is at least talking sense of, hey, we looked at this, we didn't like it, it was a bit too far. Whereas
that's the thing. Like CCP over the past, 7 years, keep playing it safe. And because they keep playing it safe, it's boring.
Yeah, but that specific change would have been terrible, and it would be worse rates than what I know. Because if you're gonna force me to jump my 3 billion-ish ship win plus, because those ships, or if it's a Marshall, it's 10 billion. No one's gonna use it.
But according to Caleb, the prices are about to go down.
Yeah, Caleb.
Sure.
About that, it's what, 2.5 months now.
I think he stepped away, but no, I mean prices are not going to go down. If this was not in the scarcity era of Eve, I would say sure, jump your Black Ops in. I mean, I missed being able to use my Black Ops ship as an offensive platform. But right now, no, I just wouldn't Black Ops.
I mean, there are still
the easiest way to kill the Black Ops.
You can still use your Black Ops as an offensive platform, but nobody's going to use their Black Ops as an offensive platform when it's actually at risk.
You are still not forced to use it as an offensive platform. Then you can just jump your guys over and then go get safe immediately. right? The thing it requires is trust in your Sino, right? Trust in your communication, and give that little bit of extra risk in doing Black Ops bridging at all, right? And that might actually be a good thing to offset how strong stealth bombers are right now.
I think you're overthinking it.
That might be true.
I mean, with the current changes that are coming out, I'm excited for them. I'm all for them. My group in Potchman is looking forward to eating ourselves, out of our home systems in Potchman to do low sec, blopsing. So I mean, I'm in a point now where I'm actually looking forward to doing blops again, and taking my blops with me even.
I'm just trying to get some information out of somebody. Opus, you've got me typing this up. It'll probably be shit, but
That's hey man, you got to start out somewhere.
How many words do you want?
Generally,
10,000.
most figures like around 3. Usually around 300 is the sweet spot. 300 to 500 is where we get our bread and butter at.
That's not an article. That's a paragraph, right? Around this.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing, right?
It's 3 paragraphs.
Most people don't want to read long form satire. I've done a lot of analysis on this and over the few years, and literally 300 to 500 words is the sweet spot.
Well,
in fact, I believe it in so much. I don't pay, like, if you want to make Iskadiv Onion when writing articles, and this is open for anyone, excuse me if I do an open ad here, but I pay 300 million ISK for 500 words or less. No matter if you give me 200 words, you get 500 words, you're gonna get 300 mil out the door.
Do they have to make sense?
I got to take off, guys. I'll catch you later.
See ya.
Bye.
Do they have to make sense? That is funny you ask that question. Sometimes I look at an article, like a potential article, and I go, I don't get it. I'm not laughing. We'll post it, and it'll get like 1,000 reads, and everybody's like, haha, this is the funniest thing ever. I'm like, I don't see it, but I'm cool. So I don't judge most satire. Make sure it's it's grammatically correct. Make sure it's it makes sense very grammar wise. But we don't. I generally don't judge the content unless I find it grotesque or just asinine.
And keep it impersonal.
Right. I have a strict. Yes, we will. Mention people's names. I do have a policy. If you don't like something that's been written about you, I'll take it down, no questions asked. And sometimes I think if it's bordering on, something that I think that may be offensive, or I don't know the person directly, I'll go ask them if this is okay. Let them read it. I've only ever had 2 people ever come to me and say, "Yeah, that's not what I want posted about me." And to be fair, both those people were on the way out of Eve, and they had to stick up their butt. But we try to be respectful. I don't allow certain things to be published that are, kicking horse weather down. Right? I don't agree with that. This should be fun for everybody involved. Unless you're CCP, sometimes you just you do want to kick the bucket, kick the can, kick the horse a little bit, but they're a company, right? They're not an individual.
Now, what do we think is going to happen tomorrow? Because apparently there's a secret squirrel attack that they're going to plan, that they're planning tomorrow with their newly hired mercenaries. Do we see that? What do we think that looks like?
Well, if you are planning a secret squirrel attack, then maybe don't announce it.
Well, they got to tell their mercenary groups, that they hired because they don't have enough numbers already.
No, I think this is just attention seeking, nothing else.
Or it's once again to try and hashtag made you form. So we'll be ready, and then they won't do anything again, and then they're hoping that more of us will stop showing up.
How? But the problem is, right, at this point, 1DQ being the in a few systems that are left, like, how do we not just log in and we're already formed in location, right? And they've got to go anywhere. We're one jump from everything. This
Well,
whole
I'm not gonna solve that dilemma for them.
exactly. I mean, Billy's so bored with 1DQ and Delve that he's picking on he can't stop talking about Pochvan and Maldavius and the rest of us.
So what is going on in Pochvan?
What is going on in Pochvan? Well, our structures have been burned down. We no longer have timers, which is really, as I said on another show, it was really a point of we had been thinking as Kybernauts for a while because it had really come down to a mental health issue for my members, right? There's, I have about a 200 character alliance, which comes to about 30, 20, 30 people with alts, and you're talking about timers that are staged. You have Como guys, which were Russian, so their timers were at weird times for us. There was a European timers, and there was U.S. timers. So we had timers all throughout the day. We had 8 or 10 timers a week on average, and it was just getting to the point where people weren't enjoying it anymore, right? And I think part of it too was just the current state of Pochvan itself. If we had something to, I hate to say it like this, but if we had something better to fight for, right, and to hold, sure, but we weren't partial to those structures. We'd had them maybe, a year, if that. And there's plenty of NPC stations for us to be out of, right? So the rewards just weren't worth the mental capacity, mental health of my player base, and it just diffused the situation. All the air just went out of the room. That's really what happened at that point. Like the second we started killing on structures, everything got diffused. It was no longer so a problem or an issue. Everybody's happier right now in Pochvan. We're still we're doing our mining stuff. We're roaming around doing solo. Because of the way that things are currently with the seagulling, crab sliding things, we've kind of pushed ourselves out to wormholes a little bit to generate some ISK and just chill for a bit. We're kind of taking a hiatus for the next month to kind of chill, relax, and just recuperate ourselves. But Pochvan itself is still active. I try to roam the loop, a couple of times a week to try to get some solo kills, to see what's going on, and I see plenty of people dipping their toe in to see what it's about. But as far as big conflicts and fleet fights, that's kind of done for now.
So let me get this clear. Everyone keeps talking about Pochvan like this big loot pinata for you guys. Yet you are saying that your members are going to wormholes to make ISK.
Yes. So there's really 2 ways to make ISK in Pochvan. There's mining of the trig ore, which happens in home systems only, which I do live in Kino. So one of them is I do live in a home system, so I get home ore. The way those belts work, though, is it doesn't pop up every time a downtime happens. It's a moving belt that goes around all the 3 home systems. So if someone doesn't mine it in, say, Niarja or or something like that, it doesn't respond to the system until it just goes away after several days. So we either have to go out ourselves as the trigs do and go and mine it somewhere else and bring it back into our home system. So again, that, and then also the way that same way the observatory flashpoints work. It's the big contention point, right? It pops. Everybody gets 300 million ISK every time you run it if it's under 15 people. But it's all the seagulling and stuff. Only 3 of those exist in Pochvan at one point in time, right? So out of the 27 systems, I was only 3 at one time, and of course, as soon as you run one, another pops up. But that's only for 15 people, right? That's one fleet for 15 people. So at max, you've got maybe 90 people that can, not even 90 people, 15. I can't do math. So 45 people, yeah, that literally can do this content. So that's sure for the smaller groups, that's maybe all their member base. But for an alliance looking to grow larger like we are, and Strabog being a several hundred man alliance, that's not content that's for everybody, right? So as far as spreading ourselves out and making ISK, there's not that many things to do in Pochvan currently. And that's why we're asking CCP to spread that ISK around, right? Take that 300 mil payout each person gets inside an OBS, put it in the combat sites, right? There are other sites to do, but you literally make no ISK from it. It's not worth it. It's a waste of time. And you're right, Probot. It is closer to 250 at 15 people. If you do it under 10, you can get about. So yes, but there's just not a there is no. I guess when the gates were back up and the standings were there, sure there was 4 groups in there running the observatory flashpoints, farming them. But again, it never was. I know what the MER says. I can pull my alliance logs and look at the tax rates, right? We were kind of stuck to Keno because we were having to rebuild, but it's not the it's not a it's faucet for everybody, and it's very it's small content. In fact, that's one thing we talked about, right? At CCP, it's like we fix the seagullings, so fleets had to come in and we'll fight over them. It could be a big 15 versus 15 small gang content driver, but that's not what it is currently.
I'm surprised that the Triglavian has issues with multiplying by 3.
Sorry, I was thinking. Sorry, I do math throughout the week. I don't want to do math on the weekend. But yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I take the jab. But yeah, so we're spinning out, doing different things. Also, the thing is too with Pochven, right? Again, there's some great solo content. There's some small game content in some ways, but I think everyone kind of tired out of Pochven, right? I mean, it was Pochven, war, goons are here, everything, and now we kind of diffused it, and so the air kind of went out, and so it's just kind of left right now. It's just, I'm not saying it's abandoned by no means, but it's just not what it was, which is actually fine. I mean, because we're tired of getting our timers, our structures shot every single day. And granted, I say I mean collectively as the coalition. I will say that all this, we defended our timers only twice since I became the alliance leader in October last year. We defended them successfully. Out of all this, we never had any timers on our structures, but it was coming, and it was a decision we made to basically help everyone else out, right? Because we didn't want to be the, let's say if Strabog got all their structures pushed in, or Red Fleet, eventually it'd come to us too, right? They're just there to be shot at. Actually, that's not true, Probot. I'm going to address this. Is everyone in Pochven not named Rote Capel is risk averse and won't fight fleets doing FPs? We had been, working on fleets to come in and shoot Rote Capel. Again, for us, it was the issue of they had more people than we did, right? We'd have 15 people. We can pull a max of, if you look at the BRs, you'll see that Cybernauts could pull about 12 to 15 people on average, and that's for arbitrary flashpoints as well. And Rote Capel will bring 20 to 25. And this is, big blingy Leshak Nestor fleets. So we're 5-man down. That was really difficult for us to even engage on a toe by toe basis. And that's the thing too, right? I have a bunch, and not to make excuses, but I want you to understand where this came from, right? Most of my members came out of, the Triglavian invasion, right, which was a very PvE centric piece of content, right? And I understand there's PvP involved, but people that had done PvP in the past did the PvE portion for the Triglavian invasions. And so, I have people in my alliance that, have only been PvPing for 6 months, if that, right? They just started PvPing when the timers were coming about. So, to go against a force like Rote Capel, that's a tall order, right? And yeah, I have a few people that can teach, and we've been teaching, and they've been learning. But when you're only down 5 people in a 1v1 versus Rote Capel, it's it's a lot of that has to go into training and getting people to be okay losing ships. But you're losing 1.6 billion ISK Leshaks. That adds up quickly. Everyone can't afford to remake that ISK that quickly.
But you can pay CCP to get the ISK back.
You sure can.
Ah.
They should probably make a observatory flashpoint Leshak pack or something.
Ooh.
Get a blueprint, probably. Some ISK, some Plex, some SP. And
then you can build it in the Triglavian stations at inflated station prices because you don't have any buildings left to build in.
Right.
There you go. This is all coming full circle now.
Coming full circle. But to be fair, I don't want to sound too salty because we're really not. They were literally cheers when we said we're going to blow everything up. We've been having fun since then. We're back to doing Pochven things, doing the things that we want to do in Pochven, which is solo play, doing some home system mining, and just using the system as a a way to come in and out as content.
Can I just say, just for a second, that this endless talk about packs and CCP creating packs for different things, Eve is
Not
starting to
really.
smell a lot like a mobile game, guys.
Was Caleb.
Details.
It already
Details.
So
It's almost like
seriously,
the mobile
okay,
game
let's see if I can
companies
get this right. So
CCP
CCP,
up.
with some help from players, destroy the entire economy and ecosystem and the way that this whole sandbox game is supposed to work. And then they bring in not scarcity, not volatility, not interesting gameplay, but just poverty. And then they sell packs so you can still play, but you have to pay.
But
Yes.
Caleb, I mean, clearly we should trust in CCP doing the
Remember,
right thing.
They told us to just trust them and wait and watch and see.
Oh,
Yep.
and do remember Rotati's comment when he was told before that people were leaving over this
Don't
9
worry,
months
we'll be
ago.
back.
Yeah,
Well, again,
they'll be back.
I'm not going to start blaming Ratati or the ecosystem team, but I'm just saying that this is starting to look like a complete undermining of the entire USP of what the game EVE Online is supposed to be. And now the solution that I'm seeing is these things like packs and credit card warrioring. I'm not going to say it's pay to win. It's just pay to even play. That's a mobile game model. And please, CCP, you need to really grow a brain and fix this, because I do not believe that the player base is going to stick around for that.
No, because if we wanted to play a mobile game, we would just go play Eve Echoes.
I mean, they did say that a carrot was coming. The only thing they omitted was that the carrot would cost us $4.99 a pop.
Well, and I think what really makes me angry here is the fact that I have, over the past 4 years, with some collaboration from Dirk McGurk, talked about some of the big mistakes that CCP has made when it comes to the economy and the ecosystem. And I think 90% of the changes they've made has not addressed any of the points that Dirk and I made.
No, because they don't care about addressing them. They're trying to milk a game that, if I'm being quite frank, is on its way out, and they seem to know it.
And again, let me just take something that I've talked about for more than 10 years, right? Well, one of them not that long, because it's not been in the game that long. But the fact that CCP has allowed infinite industry slots and a limited amount of market orders and contracts, CCP needs to grow a brain and flip that shit, because if you have, well, maybe not infinite, but a lot of market orders and contracts available, you can actually start building out the economy, making sure that there's secondary hubs, that you have the opportunity to build small nexus areas elsewhere in space, not just in high sec, but also in even low sec and in null, right? You can get a vibrant economy. You cannot do that if you do not allow the people that want to play that play style to do that. And that's what we have now, because no magical change is going to suddenly shift the amount of people that want to do market or want to do industry into a massively bigger segment. It's always going to be 1% doing market stuff, 2 to 4% doing industry stuff. And that's how the game has always worked. So you need to give them more ways to play their play style without requiring them to credit card on CCP's behalf. It's just not good game design.
It's just $4.99, man.
I think CCP probably needs to hear something. I mean, okay, so in my opinion, I don't mind having packs to buy. Right. I think it's fine, but it's where they place the advertisements for them, and it's the type of packs. There's packs, right? Those are great. One-time use on an account. Those are fine. But
Opus, okay, seriously, sorry for interrupting you, but the problem is not the willingness to pay CCP money, because I agree we should want to pay CCP money. The problem is when the incentive is game design based, right? So they want to take my money for even having the ability to keep up. That's not healthy. I should be able to play the game, fall in love with the game, have fun in the game, and then want to give CCP money, not to increase my benefits in the game, so not to give me more accounts so I can brute force dominate the game. No. Make it so that there's something in the game that I want to buy, and then we start talking about things like merchandise. things at events, things like vanity items, skins, whatnot, all these things that are not game breaking. Stop trying to get into my wallet by making it a game design incentive, because the only thing you're doing, at least to someone like me, and I think I might be one of the massive fanboys when it comes to the original EVE Online, I will not give you a fucking penny if you keep designing this way. On the contrary, I have now 0 actual Plexed accounts and subbed accounts, because I do not want to pay CCP for the current way that they have designed the game. And if they do not revert to something old EVE, they're not going to get my wallet ever again. And trust me, I want a credit card like crazy for good product with CCP. But not if they're destroying the game, and not if they're trying to get me to pay to get an advantage and a leg up over my fellow EVE players, because that's not good gameplay. It's not good competition, and I will not pay that.
What we need to ask ourselves really is, what do they consider temporary? I know we've talked it on the side, but I feel like if you've been dealing with the same thing for almost 2 years, or 1.5 to 2 years now, with
19
scarcity,
months.
I don't feel like scarcity is temporary. I feel like they're just unable, and we know that they're not doing anything till 2022 because they already said that.
Here's the thing, right? I know certain people here hate Reddit, but there was a good thread 4 hours ago by Joshua Thorotin, right, referring to the communication lack thereof.
Is that his real name?
I don't know. No,
okay,
no.
Just checking.
That's his Reddit name. God, sorry. Yeah, sorry. And no, he addresses the fact that yes, the PCU is dropping, scarcity sucks, Plex ads are coming in, but the theme of it is all, what's the future of EVE, right? I mean,
it's a dairy farm, baby.
Well, his main point is, okay, yes, they're making changes that are technically for the betterment of the game, right? Scarcity is needed, as much as we might not like what they're doing. Yes, they're taking too long.
But then it's not what we're getting. We have not.
But hold on, Caleb. Hold on. But EVE is a game about long-term planning, right? We plan months and years into the future.
Everything they've designed the
game.
But
we're not being given long-term information. The last dev blog we got was over 6 months ago. That was short-term plans. They haven't communicated to us properly in over 3 years. So whilst scarcity might be for the betterment of the game, they're not communicating how it is for the betterment of the game. They're just letting it sit there.
Well, I think I'm on record for saying that I think scarcity is fairly failed. It's not doing what it's supposed to do, not in any meaningful way. No. It's the same with the industry changes.
On, Caleb.
No, can I finish? Can I finish? Because you actually left me the floor. Industry changes are not necessarily doing that much good. I understand the whole horizontal scaling thing, and to some extent, some of the ideas in there are valid. It's just they do not tie well into the scarcity changes. The only thing that they've done recently that I'm actually a little bit of a fan of is the ESS changes. The problem is, when it comes to ESS changes, they've added the bonuses, which is bad and wrong. You should not have increased payout with increased activity. You should have decreased payout with increased activity. That's kind of how diminishing returns. I think is healthy and good for the game, because when you have that, you get the emergent things like MetaMarket and the fact that ISK is suddenly worth something again, because you can kind of run out of it, and that's actually good for who can actually generate enough ISK for their utility. So they do have that kind of under control, at least to some extent.
Yeah,
I'm going to go back to my point.
Comment. I don't know about the rest of you, but I do lose your audio every once in a while. I don't know if it's a Discord thing or something else, folks, but we are losing it here too.
Caleb keeps dropping out.
Not for
me. No, the point of the Reddit post was, yes, EVE is a game of long-term planning, but we are not getting future-forward information. We don't want a solid roadmap. I don't care for a solid roadmap. We just want to know, as he puts it at least, what EVE is going to look and play like in 2025 to 2030. Sorry. Because at the moment, we're not seeing a future forward plan. We're just seeing scarcity, content disappearing, boring gameplay, and, monetization. Right? More and more monetization whilst the PCU drops because they're not adding anything and they're not doing anything. So, as much as it might not be their intent, it leaves the impression that they feel the game is dying too, and they're just milking it on its way down. Now, okay, you can tell me that that's not what's going on. It probably isn't. But that's what it looks like is going on because they won't communicate with people.
Yeah,
We're in radio silence for 6 months.
You're completely right. For someone looking in from the outside, it could actually look like a last era pump and dump where they're basically just trying to milk it before they shut it down. But I don't think that's what they're doing. I don't think that's what they want to do. And I do think that they honestly want to believe in EVE forever. The problem is, if they want EVE forever, that means that they need to fix things like stagflation, the fact that it's basically accretion, right? It's this unbalanced accretion that nothing goes out of the game. And when they then try to put in sinks, they put them in there in the wrong way. And it's the same when they try to create activity drivers. They create activity drivers that are PvE centric. And it's like, this is just bad. It's not like I'm a big fan of PvE when it's the farming, empire building, tinkering, feeling that you get accomplishment by building something that is your own. And of course, that is a thing that should be in EVE Online. The problem is the real driver should be to kick over those sandcastles. We need PvP, not PvE. And the fact that CCP is even entertaining the whole thing of supers and capital sites, it's just wrong. These things are supposed to be the king of the highest peak of PvP, not PvE. Okay, the standing joke back in the day was that Kribber magically got a Titan into HiSec, right? And it was a joke that the man then put mining lasers on it and basically just flew around mining in the Veltnor, right? It's like that was supposed to be a meme. It was not supposed to be a future vision.
It's a dreadnought, not a Titan.
Yeah, sorry, dreadnought.
Well, Kribba does have a dreadnought in HiSec. We know that.
He's got a few of them.
But the point is, it was never supposed to be a guide for what the future of mining looks like. It was supposed to be a meme and a joke that he's the only one that's allowed up there because he's fluffy and doesn't kill anyone with it.
Well, I gotta head off. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, thanks.
Well, thank you for hopping in.
Yep. I'll catch y'all next time. Have a good day. See y'all.
Bye.
What's next on the agenda?
I don't know. Like, I just keep wanting to bitch about, like, I've been having conversations with people all week, and it looks like, I know that one of the things that Billy and I were talking about specifically
Hold on. You talked to Billy.
I know. I said the dreaded V word, but he's got this idea that Goonswarm is a cult and that our leadership is taking advantage of us and manipulating us and using us, and that we need to be freed from this for us to see that they are in fact doing that to us. Because when you're in the cult, you don't think you're in a cult until you finally get out and you see, oh God, right? So that's what him and Piggles is now. The idea that they need to free us from Mittani's grasp.
Yes, Dawn, yes. That's why I left the game before the war started last year. I was 3 months free of the Imperium, like he clearly wants us to be. And yet, when the war starts, like I'm running straight back because fuck them.
Because you don't know any better, Bard.
Yeah, you don't know any better.
You don't know how to play this game or manage yourself in any way. It's fine.
Clearly,
Show me your CC kill board, please.
Wait, mine?
You're not allowed to say anything until you show me your C kill.
I'm not logging in anymore, Caleb, because he's fucked the game. I log in for major timers, but that's it. Like,
oh no! Oh, McLeod came back finally.
I am back.
Shut off his computer.
Hey, did you get your Amazon delivery?
I did, yes.
I made a call. I made that happen for you.
Lol.
Are you the Amazon whisperer?
I'm the Amazon whisperer.
Can you whisper and get them to do a partnership with CCP about merchandise worldwide?
If you knew all the things Amazon fucks up, you'd be amazed.
Because this is the back to buying of Chinese food. If I'm paying more in delivery than the things I'm buying, it's a little bit stupid, isn't it?
How are you paying more in delivery?
For Eve merchandise, yeah, you would.
Oh yeah, for Eve merchandise, sure. I know. I mean, shit, it's so hard to deliver shit.
McLeod, what dev was it?
Mm-hmm.
It was Fuzzy, wasn't it, that said at one of the events, "We shall see."
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
that definitely was him.
Eve said that.
It's the kind of cocky thing that he would say. Not not saying anything against him in that regard, but like, yeah.
No, he definitely did say it. I was there.
Yeah.
Soth was there.
And so were about 40 other goons.
Hanging out in the hot tub at about 50 degrees Fahrenheit and loving it.
CCP Quad was there as well.
Is that when everybody was naked in the hot tubs?
No, that was Apple's big barbecue party.
Mm.
How do you say naked in the hot tub in German?
I forgot the German word for hot tub.
How does that happen?
I forget words all the time.
Clearly, he says naked all the time, but not hot tub.
Isn't it just knocked?
In German.
Okay. Apparently, we don't have a word for hot tubs.
Seriously?
Can't you take the word
because
hot tub?
Because it's redundant. We expect the water in the tub to be warm.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, there's a difference
would
between
be
you
sauna
don't call
then,
a
or
warm tub and it's a hot tub. Meaning the water is hotter than kind of you would than
103 Fahrenheit.
So it would be a
doesn't even know
jacuzzi.
about water that warm.
Well, yeah, but
that's what everyone else says.
No,
Jacuzzi is a brand name.
Yeah, it's a
German
brand
word, is
name.
it?
It's a brand name.
That's a brand name.
Which would just translate direct.
Yeah, it's a brand name, but fuck it.
They
It's
don't
like
sell
Kleenex.
hot tubs in
Not
Germany.
all
Like
tissues
Hoover.
are Kleenexes,
Like
but all Kleenex are
people
tissues.
know what you mean when you say, "Do you have a Hoover?" Like they don't
Didn't
mean,
we
"Oh, do you have a
already-
particular brand of vacuum cleaner?" No.
Already talk about this. Like, we don't really like our water outside to be hot. We like it to be cool, right? So a hot tub doesn't make sense in Germany.
Seriously.
That makes sense. Yeah, understandable.
Maybe a spa, maybe.
We have spas, yeah.
See. Oh, by the way, if anyone wants to buy a really nice car, my parents are selling the 1962 Bonneville convertible.
Mm.
So if anyone wants to buy one, give a good offer. My parents would probably take cash.
Phenomenal.
What?
Cash is king, baby.
Yep. They'd rather just, cash in hand, and then turn around and buy my dad's. Oh, that's right. My dad's gonna buy a Mustang. He's always wanted one, and they're finally gonna get him one as a joy car.
A joy car.
Mm-hmm. Which will be cute. So they're and he wants a convertible, and color wise he's not too particular, but he doesn't want yellow. And I don't know why people keep making like sports cars yellow, because it is never a good yellow.
What, Daytona yellow?
Canary yellow for a car.
On Lambo's yellow.
I'd rather have black or red or blue. Give me one of the other primary colors, not yellow.
We only have red cars here.
Only red cars?
Only red cars.
Is that like a choice, or is that just kind of how it worked out?
It's how it worked out, but they might say people who like the Oracle database tend to have red cars.
Let's just say when Eric was younger, someone accidentally gave him a spray can.
Oh, it could just be because he's
my first car was maroon too. It was a Malibu Classic, baby. My first car.
Or it could be because he was a big Ferrari fan.
My dad's first car was a Datsun 280Z convertible.
See, a red Ferrari is just boring. And do you really want a boring Ferrari?
I don't want an Italian car.
Probably a good decision.
I'm cool with Lambos.
My friend has a Maserati. I'm like, why?
You couldn't drive a Lambo here.
It's not that great looking.
The only thing is they're very small, very tiny.
Yeah, and the thing is, they are small inside and huge on the outside, which is the exact opposite of what you want.
Mini Cooper. What was that? No. You need those smart cars. Have you guys seen the smart cars? I like the meme that says, this is a smart car after it's hit a squirrel. Squirrel was fine.
Yeah.
Smart cars totaled. Ford Bronco. No, actually, what is it? Friend of mine, she's the head of finance of one of the Ford dealers. They say if you want a Ford Bronco, you put your deposit down now. You'll be over 180,000 people in line for Ford Broncos right now.
So isn't the smart car a Mercedes?
What?
Isn't the smart car a Mercedes?
Smart is owned by BMW. Oh God, I can't remember whose dealership I was seeing it on the other day.
Do they have turn signals? That'll let you know.
Smart car is
your arm out the window.
Smart car is a Mercedes.
Making a left turn.
It's not about if they have turn signals. It's about are they functional.
BMW doesn't make them.
Yeah, they're owned by
They just
Geo.
pretend like they're there.
I'm letting you know I do drive a BMW and it does have turn signals. Granted, it only has 2 wheels.
Beamer. Motorcycle. Get a Ducati.
Nah. I don't think you can find a Ducati that will get that old.
Probably not.
My bike was built in 1993.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. We drive Kias and Subarus, man. That's the Asmok cars.
I like Subaru.
Car number 2 bought new, and car number 3 bought new. I've only bought 3 brand new cars in my life. Got a 2017 Kia, 2020 Subaru.
See, the thing with Kia is they are cheap, right?
Hmm?
If you are going for cheap, like actually not a lot of money, then Kia is good. But if you're looking for a good car, then I think Kia is the wrong choice.
They'll last forever. I have a Kia Forte that's probably 12 years old, still runs. It's great. It's fantastic. Actually, we do have one great car. I'll take that back. We do have a 12-year-old Kia Forte, and
if all you're looking for is getting from point A to point B and staying dry, then yeah, Kia is a good choice.
If you get the bottom of the barrel one, sure. We get in the time, we get the full electronics package. Like 2017, it has all the sensors and everything under the sun.
Yeah, it might have that, but the quality of it is always kind of like not
if
there.
If you want a good car, you should always opt for Toyota if you're on a budget, or Mercedes if you're not.
For example,
I'll
give you an example.
Right? I don't necessarily think I'd argue quality.
Right, I give you an example. The heated steering wheel on Kias, it's either off or burning your hands off. There's no in between.
I mean, you do realize, Soft, like this is really going to hurt our Kia sponsorship.
Yeah.
I'm actually considering buying one.
I guess we don't have that problem with ours. The heater is fine, much like the Subaru. It's not burn your face off.
No, I'm talking about the heated steering wheel.
I have it. Yes, I understand.
We have heated steering wheels too. It's just usually only in the summer when they're like.
Yeah, they'll burn your hands off in the summer. Yeah, I mean, I've got a leather steering wheel in the Kia, just like came standard with the vehicle. It heats up. It's fine. It's great. I don't know. I got the whole nav back. I got everything.
Like, the thing that I'm learning from today is Soft really doesn't like heat.
He doesn't like heat. No, he doesn't.
I do have heated handles on my bike, and it's awesome.
Yeah, you like a little bit.
I do not have dogs, Sikander, so I don't know if they like the Subaru or not. But we do have the big Ascent, so it's got plenty of room.
We should do a push to talk special about cars and invite some of the car experts. That would actually be kind of cool.
Yeah,
I just make everything is special. We talk about whatever we want every week.
I mean, yeah, you can get a Kia for 14 grand, right? And get nothing on it, but you can get nice ones too.
You want to talk about cars? Hey, Bartkos, how's your car driving?
Oh, hey, he's got the same car as me now. It's
so hard. That's so hard.
I'm doing good. I still haven't found a new one, mind you. The one I was looking at sold the night before I got there. So fuck that.
Used or brand new?
Used.
Mm.
Yeah, see, what he's omitting there is it got sold before he got there because he had to walk there.
No, I had family drive me down.
Don't you have a rental?
He's got a hire car, then.
Yeah, I've got a hire.
He's driving the same as me, a C3. They're really nice.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's bloody nice. It's kind of made me want to get one, but they're all up like 8-9 grand.
I will tell you the one thing I don't like about my Subaru. The mirrors do not fold in when you turn the car off automatically. Whereas the Kia has
automatically.
Yeah, like when you turn the Kia off, my mirrors fold in. I like that. You can turn that off and leave them open, but I don't like that the Subaru you have to manually close them. I don't like that.
Have you ever driven it off-road?
No, nor do I intend to. I mean, it's an all-wheel drive, but no.
See, my father does a bit of foresting, and he wanted to get a new car for it, and I was like, get a Subaru Forester. Instead, he went for a damn VW, and I still don't understand why.
Well, if you're off-roading it, though, don't you want more of the ground clearance? The Forester's not going to have the ground clearance like an Ascent will or something bigger. Or Bronco. Or Bronco.
He doesn't... he is driving on kind of a road into the forest, right? He just needs something that can pull enough to actually have the trailer behind it.
Yeah, so like the one thing with the Subaru Ascents, right? You'd expect something like in the bigger line vehicles to have a 6-cylinder. The Subaru Ascents actually have a Turbo 4, which is plenty. I mean, I've pushed the gas pedal. It's been great, but I think I'd want probably the 6 or an 8 if I was doing real off-road.
Yeah, but then gas prices become a problem. You got to remember that.
A year ago they were really cheap here in
taxes
America
on gas.
Yeah, we're a little different. A year ago it was what, $1.50, $1.60 or something? I don't know. For a gallon.
Okay. You guys are going to fucking slap me when you see what I've just done.
What'd you just do?
You know Opus wants me to read... No. Opus wanted me to write that article, right? So I've gone to CCP's site to do a pretend package to fake this package.
Is that like
this one is really going to be punching to the gut.
Punch in the gut.
Show it to us.
You must share.
What are we showing?
It's like the Guild Navigator. You must share with us.
It's not done yet. I will put it in staff when it's done.
All right.
But we only have 13 minutes left.
13 minutes left. Well, we'll see it later in the week. I mean, whenever he gets it done, Yes, there's supposed to be a meta show today.
And if you find the VOD from last night, you can see a pre-meta show.
Yeah. A pre-meta show?
I already found it.
Did you find it?
Yep.
Doobie-doobie-doo.
I will say today's meta show, because there has been a lack of action, should be semi-spicy. So if you want to watch a good Mittens rant, I think you're going to get one today.
I enjoy watching the meta show. I sit at my PC so much, and obviously I'm here because we're doing the show. But when I watch the meta show, I go right above me into the loft and watch it on the big screen, baby. I just turn on the old Fire Stick from Amazon, go to Twitch, boom, meta show. Big screen, baby.
I take a nap during it.
Really?
Mittens and brisk yelling is very soothing. So I lay down for my afternoon nap, and then I rewatch it again later. So I'll usually get most of the show live, but I zone out or doze away, and then I'll watch the rest of it later.
See, I keep being told that I'm part of a cult, but I don't give a fuck about what Mittens says. I don't watch the meta show. I don't care about his spinning. So,
well, I look at it as like comic relief.
How does this cult thing work exactly? If I don't give a fuck about the cult leader.
I read earlier that the whole point of cult leaders is to get all the females. In Eve, that's a really short time span. It's like instant gratification.
Well, yeah, there's like 6 girls in Eve.
Exactly.
And people can be all like, oh, that's not true, blah, blah, blah. Listen, Eve has a 5% female to 95% male ratio.
I doubt that.
No, it's true.
No, I doubt that.
It's not.
You can say you doubt it.
It's really not. I can assure you.
You can say it's not, but they have done many studies with showing that the male to female ratio, and the more complicated and difficult the game is, it skews more towards male just because some bullshit.
I think you're doing females a disservice though.
They have also shown in studies over and over again that a lot of girls don't like to identify as a girl in a game.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there's that.
Yep.
Did you know? Do you want to take a guess? There was a study how many girl gamers there are in Germany.
You do have to watch out though. We do have to watch out there, and I'm sorry to cut you off there, Soft, but we do have to watch out because we are in dangerous territory of mansplaining to a woman.
Yeah, but I'm the woman talking about
this
it.
You know what? I went to say something that would have probably got me slapped by CCP. I'm not going to say it. I had to hold myself back. I was going to make a comment about Dawn isn't someone else.
But sorry, I cut Soth off unfairly. So sorry about that. What were you saying?
Do
Like,
you want to guess?
I agree. You're right. There are probably plenty of women who either don't identify themselves as a chick in game just because they don't want to get annoyed or bothered or harassed or whatever. But like, stop being a pussy. That's what I say.
Okay.
No,
I agree with you
no.
that the percentage of quote unquote girls in EVE is probably lower than the average in games. But here's the deal. Do you know how high the percentage of quote unquote girl gamers is in Germany?
There is that those
Hold
numbers
on.
don't go
Is
together.
this in Germany when it's
Because
above or
when
below
they
60
qualify
degrees Fahrenheit?
female gamers, they're including mobile
Yeah.
games, which has a higher gender ratio split of 60% female, 40% male. It just depends on the type of game. When it comes to EVE and games as complicated or difficult as EVE, it has always kind of tailored or catered towards the male demographic. And then just like Dota also has the same thing where it's like 7% female, 93% male participants. It's just on interest level. And I don't know if that's just from the past of the stigma of the games are all about violence and other war and things that maybe girls aren't as interested in. Bullshit. I mean, there's a lot of other underlying bullshit, but it's interesting. That's why girls get harassed a lot in games, or why they may not identify themselves, is because there just isn't always a huge female presence in a lot of games. And it's been getting better.
Don't seriously, like, from personal experience, I really, really doubt that it's as low as 5%.
Eric,
CCP
it
was
is
the one
in
that didn't
staff.
look at it.
Already, you're done with it.
Yeah.
There's a meme. We're looking at. Hold on.
Bard's little photo dog.
Should we put it up on stream at the bottom half?
Nice.
I love that your rounding is wrong.
Yeah, I couldn't be fucked to do it because it's 47%, and B figured that's the CCP style.
Yeah. CCP round.
We're gonna use that next week, I think.
We're rounding to one significant figure in terms of percentage.
Eric, people want to see. Can we please put it on screen?
Sure.
Right. Dawn.
Google says, according to the CCP games, it's 96-4.
Yeah, in terms of, as we said.
Like, yeah, you always have to give yourself a margin of error on any of them.
How old is that statistic?
I don't know. Things could have changed in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. But
I am tempted to go to CCP Aurora, just
yeah,
ask.
see if she can give us updated numbers. That'd be great. But I'm telling you that it's always like, it's historically different, certain types of games, like mobile games and like quick, fast games, are gender neutral, maybe skew a little bit more towards girls. And then as you go with the more in-depth commitment focused games, something that requires a lot of time, energy, and patience, such as getting good at a MOBA game or EVE Online or even WoW. The WoW's a little more gender open as well, but it's still something that requires a lot of time. The commitment games are skewed more towards male.
I'm sorry,
it's an
but
interesting study on why.
when I was playing WoW, like 50% of our guild was female. So
yeah, there is a lot of girls in WoW, but if you take the overall numbers across everybody, not just anecdotal evidence here, you'll see it skews more towards male.
There you go.
I still doubt that.
I think women have definitely caught up when it comes to MMOs, especially some of the
like
older
years ago?
MMOs. But
For
I
sure.
think the irony is that EVE Online has not actually caught up that much, which is a little bit tragic because I think this game is actually pretty well suited for more equal demographics. Women do really well in this game,
especially with manipulation.
well, and administration and leadership. there's been historically a lot of really, really good leadership females in this game. And some of the very high female organizations like Hellcats and stuff like that have been really successful at what they did.
Quote, this game should be called Adam.
Wow, shots fired.
Oh. I see what you did there.
You like that?
Now that would be interesting to see what Frost's experience has been in the game. And I'm sure we can, and then obviously Reaver. I know there's plenty of girls in Eve.
You mean Reaver and River and Reaver?
Yeah. Yeah. Pick one.
I mean, we
Whichever one
already
you
have
like.
They do
3
seem to like
Reavers
that.
that are female.
Yeah.
Like, come
I
on.
know. I know. Goonswarm has a lot, but that still does not.
Hold on. Goonswarm is a cult, and we have a lot of women in Goonswarm compared to everybody else. So does that
And
mean
all
that
the women-
women
all
tend
the-
toward cult
And all the women are
joining?
in. A lot of them are.
Yeah,
in
of course they do.
Goonswarm.
And all the women belong to the Mittani.
Ew. I think Murata might have words with you about that.
Well, okay, that's because in that case, it's more like Mittens belongs to Mirana, but that's a completely different story. Then we're on talking Sub and Dom.
Are you saying that they are all here?
Now's when I mute Caleb.
You might want to get ready to mute me. Are you saying they are all here for the fuck palace?
Oh my goodness.
No, that's just bad.
That's bad. Okay.
You're gonna.
Thank you for
I
playing.
hope Mirana,
This
like-
show's gonna be canceled now. There we go. We're fucking dead.
That would be. It would be. I have done an episode in the past. I'd only been playing the game for 7 months, and
Remember.
I made it onto an Eve podcast. There was like a hat involved. I don't remember anything else about it. And we had like 5 women on there, and I was the newest one playing. But the consensus of all the women players was, "Oh, it's super! It's been a great time. Everyone's been so nice." And I don't think a single one of us had said that we ever had a hard time in Eve playing, like, or finding a place to play or having a good time. And that most people had always been friendly and nice and open. And it completely shocked the hosts. They were expecting like horror stories. And like, we all had that weird story of like that weird guy. But for the most part, all of us said that, everyone was really friendly, open, and that everyone felt really welcome. So the hosts were like, wow, news at 11, Eve players are nice. This is not what I expected at all.
Well,
everybody.
Apparently, Dawn, you are now a man.
I'm just gonna say my experience is, by and large, Goons and Eve and those people are all pretty nice. I don't know. I've had more fun playing as a Goon in Eve than anything else I've ever done, and I've experienced a lot of assholes, and they generally were the ones who weren't Goons. Or were Goon haters.
Kitten.
Are you trying to segue us into Goon stuff?
No. I'm just, a number of us pre-Goons, we were in a wormhole, and, we did things in the wormhole, and, the leadership in that organization discouraged everybody from doing industry because it wasn't worthwhile, but they were the ones that were buying all the stuff, the blue goo from the wormhole to do industry and high sec, right? So, when I sit there and say, and then you go into Goons forum and, they share all the information they can on how to make money in Eve and be successful, right? And it's just completely different. It's a different atmosphere.
God.
Yeah, I've had more fun playing Eve. I would have quit years ago if I didn't join Goons forum.
Someone make a meme out of Mittens Kittens is with Charlie's Angels or Hugh Hefner Bunnies. For your safety, if you're a goon, do not do that. Because I cannot guarantee what some of the people in Goonswarm might do.
Well, whoever's doing this stream, if in the next week I can get a picture of my mother's pack of Sandra and a couple chipmunks, you guys will have that for the
Are you saying
Chipmunk Fuck Palace?
Are you saying that next Eve meet we're all gonna wear Mittens Kitten shirts and bunny ears?
Oh, that'd be amazing.
But the kitten
Don't threaten us
isn't
with
bunny.
a good time. Sean.
Except for Whippler. Whippler is gonna wear angel wings.
That would not fit at all.
Yeah,
We'd
Victoria's
let him
Secret
wear
got rid of
one.
the angels, so that
No,
doesn't
no,
really
no,
fit the theme.
We already determined that at the Eurovision Song Contest watch party.
Well, if Mittens actually shows up in a B onesie, I would be okay with wearing the ears.
I mean, I wore a German barmaid outfit to the first E Vegas. I'd wear.
I remember seeing a picture of that.
We were going to a German restaurant and it was Halloween weekend. I was like, why not?
That's right.
That's how I met the Matani in a German barmaid outfit.
There you go.
I don't know if I want to see this or not to laugh, but you know.
It was nice, actually. Thank you.
Sorry, Dawn. I'm just messing with you.
Oh God, I have like 8 people messaging me.
Fuck.
I told Mrs. Eric I was getting her a blue sequin bikini, and drunk Mrs. Eric said, "Right on, let's go for it." And sober Mrs. Eric said, "Not a fucking chance." So, there you go.
So
My vacation hopes are dashed.
for those wanting to see what I did, it's now on the stream. Okay.
It's been there for like, I don't know, last 10 minutes. Oh, by the way, it is 3:02. It is probably time to go. Wrap up. Time to wrap it
So
up.
final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Let's roll around the horn, as they
Caleb's
say
first.
in baseball. Oh, let me bring that
Bard's
back.
first, actually.
Bard's first.
Wait, me? Oh,
Your first
I
part.
thought I was muted. Sorry, I thought I was muted for 100 years and 2 days there. I'll pass it over to Caleb.
What, you want me to mute you for 100 years? I can do that if you want.
Why are you not doing one last thing, Bard?
That was my one last thing.
All right, we'll be right back.
I don't have anything. I don't have anything else to say at this point.
He's got nothing, folks. Zippo.
Okay, I do have one last thing because I think I did slap CCP a little bit hard early in the show. So I do have one positive thing. I think I did. The whole shift towards monetization that is more targeted at bigger scale whales. I'm actually not opposed to that because I do think that monetizing on the people that are dedicated to the game and invested in the game is more fair than trying to milk the newbies. So on that regard, I do actually support
Are you guys
bigger things.
We're about to wrap up.
I see,
said the blind man.
Roll back to a rent. Do your last thing.
Sorry, what was that, Caleb?
Yeah. Last thing, Arendis. It's your
Oh. You're all fucking late. Get the hell off the air.
There you go. Nobody comes on at 3. Dawn?
Yeah, that doesn't mean you're not late.
That was in an hour. So, for me, final thoughts are everybody have a good week and invest in the Push to Talk LLC for
There you go.
buying
Beachfront property.
Yeah, beachfront property. Everyone will you can get a small percentage in, and the loan will be in Eric's name, so that way we can all foot him with the bill later.
Be in the LLC's name.
Was for I thought the Push to Talk LLC was for marketing new county fair dishes.
That's
No.
going to be our side business.
Eric, can I do one last thing? I've just found something.
You sure, fine.
There is a PC. There is a PC Gamer article from 29 days ago with an extract from Empires of Eve, Volume 2, recounting 2011's Summer of Rage, with the title "How Greedy Microtransactions Sparked Eve's Disastrous Summer of Rage." What fucking coincidental timing!
Timing.
All in. Cloud, are you awake or are you asleep?
He's
Alright.
playing with his new
He
computer.
can't even
friend.
hear you.
All right, Soth, you're up.
I hear the entire push to talk crew is running for CSM next year. So
Woo! Uh-huh.
guys, vote for Caleb. He's gonna fix.
The
It's
MNR.
probably that you can have more contracts because you really
vote
want
for-
more contracts.
Just vote
More
for
contracts.
valid, right? You also get a discount Jintan.
We'll
You
get
get a
our
discount Jintan. You get Don Ria, who really likes rocks.
Yeah. I'm a sentient Rorqual. We've determined this.
And remember, if the CSM is push to talk, Billy will not
Well, Billy can't run next year
he
anyway.
can't be
so,
on it.
yeah.
see.
yeah, you
He's
can't
got to
be
put
on
a
it.
year off at minimum.
There you go. And obviously, you get me, who's gonna rage at literally everything.
Right. That idea just went really bad.
I know, right?
Great idea. It's having an angry German to scream at CCP. That would be perfect. And having a Rendis on is going to make sure that Rise is going to be busy all day, every day.
This doesn't fit.
Well,
What
fine,
fitting is
fine.
this?
You done, Soth?
Yep.
Horrendous. You got a one last thing?
I already did my one last thing.
Oh, I don't
And
remember.
you're 6 minutes late. Get the fuck off.
Gotta take more Prevagen. I don't remember. All right. So let's see. I'll do my one last thing. You know, the donut kebab needs to be a thing. Chocolate, caramel dipping sauce, powdered sugar, all the good things.
An
Be
elephant
excellent.
ear at the end of the day.
Sorry, yum. And bear claws.
Mhm.
Bear claws on a stick.
Mhm.
All right, folks. That's the news.
Trying to come up with some sort of
Or the
Have a good
shit we
week.
pretend was the news. We're out of here. Everybody say bye.
Bye-bye.
That was great. That worked really well. Later, folks. We'll see you next week. I'll try and get a good angle at the pool for all of you.